Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Nirmadan, and I'm going to be bringing you guys a video commentary today over Battlefield 3 today. I'm going to be using the Abrams tank on offense on Bazaar, which is probably one of my favorite maps. I've talked very highly of it in the past, and there's a good reason to that. I'm a console guy, and I don't exactly have the luxury, as I continue to explain this to you guys, as if for some reason you don't know. But PC has 64 players, console unfortunately has 24. You do the simple math there, and a majority of Battlefield 3 on the console kind of sucks balls. So when it comes down to it, of course I do love Battlefield 3. I'm not trying to give any negative reaction to it, but at the same expense, I would love to be on PC, and I hope to be, joining the PC Elite Combat Warriors, or the Keyboard Warriors, I guess as they're commonly known as, on the PC side of Battlefield 4. I look forward to playing with you guys, and I look forward to gaming with you guys as well. But when it comes down to it, guys, a lot of the information I'm going to be sharing throughout the commentary, hopefully you guys will enjoy. But at the exact same expense, hopefully we can engage in a commentary, and hopefully you guys will participate. It always is much appreciated, and it allows myself to hopefully answer some questions that you guys have. I know a few of you guys have been asking some stuff, and I've been trying to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. But unfortunately, work is work's work. It's a pain in the ass, and I work a 9 to 5, which would be equivalent to, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. is what I work personally, but that's a good reference. Anyway, guys, at any time during the commentary, if you guys agree with something I say, or if you just like to show your support for some awesome reason that just makes me gittery inside, you're always more than welcome to mash that positive reaction button. It allows myself to grow and hopefully make content that is similar to this and that you guys will enjoy. You're always more than welcome to also engage in the comments or do any other features that YouTube allows in a positive manner. So anyway, I guess that's the main gist of it, and hopefully you guys will participate in one way or another. I always appreciate it. So, as a lot of you guys know, I've been talking about here recently, and I've been working a lot. And don't get me wrong, it's interesting, I guess you could say. Like, I don't want to go into detail about what I do, because it's really not that important. I make fucking boxes all day. I don't know how much information you want to know about boxes, but, I make them for big companies. I've seen a lot of the Xbox concept boxes that are going to be released and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I can't talk about them, which kind of sucks. But when it comes down to it, guys, I've made a lot of boxes, and, it's interesting, I guess you could say. I mean, it pays very well. Of course, it's a factory setting, so my minimum wage is about 3 times more than the average person that's working a standard job. And I'm making a lot of money, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to act arrogant, but at the exact same expense, I do have the ability to upgrade a lot of stuff. And my paycheck does come here in the next 12 hours, so I look forward to pretty much spending the entire thing. And to some people that maybe that's stupid, but I don't really have a whole lot that I need to be saving for, because I mean college is more or less paid for, and when it comes down to the bread and butter of it, I'm not really too worried about buying a house, because I'm just not, it's not terribly expensive. And I know some people that's a crazy acquisition to say, but it's not like you're paying, $30,000 or whatever a house costs all at one time. You pay it over your lifetime, which overall is not terribly difficult, I guess, as long as you jump in the correct career path. Now, of course, I guess I'm saying that in a higher regard, but, I have obviously worked minimum wage jobs. I worked fast food for almost a year, and I would never go back to that. That fucking sucked. And, I give props to people that still stay within that. I'm not that asshole that goes through drive-thru and is like, oh, I'm some king of England, I deserve to have my food right now and it should be warm. I love being parked. Parked is probably the best thing in the world, and some people might look at me like, why would you say that? The reason I say that is because your food is guaranteed to be warm, and there's a good chance that it hasn't been sitting in the bin for at least 40 hours. So, I mean, there's always a bonus to waiting. Some people don't see the bonus because they just, their patience level is not as high as other people's, which is perfectly fine. I probably would have been there if I was 10 years old as well. That's just how I was. I wasn't too patient, and I had anxiety up the ass. So, of course, I didn't want to wait. But now that I've kind of relaxed and, have the ability to kind of understand how the world works, and I've worked the industry, so maybe that helps a lot as well, I'm always more patient about the things to come. But anyway, guys, I didn't mean to rant about that. I don't know where that came out of anywhere. But anyway, the things I'm going to be upgrading here soon is pretty crazy. I know some of you guys know my computer specs. I've wrote them down in the comments of one video. Fortunately, I don't remember what it was, but I have a pretty good PC. I don't want to say that it's the best, because that would be lying. I don't exactly have the best, but I have close enough to high standards. I do think that my computer could easily take a hitting, and I can do a lot with it at one time. That's why you guys see, I don't know, changes in my audio quality, my video quality, and overall my performance on YouTube is a lot more defined than it would probably have been a year ago. A year ago, I probably didn't have anything upgraded, and to be completely honest with you guys, I don't even remember if I even have this computer. But when it comes down to it, guys, the things I'm going to be upgrading here coming soon is going to be the AMD 8-core processor at 4.2 gigahertz, which, if you're not a computer guy, believe me, I wasn't 6 months ago before Kryvosh, introduced me into the computer lingo, which I got to give him props for. If he didn't do that, I would have been like, oh, 2.1 gigahertz, that sounds really good. Like, fuck no, that sounds horrible. Now, if you do have that, I'm not saying anything bad about you. I'm just saying, like, if you want to upgrade all the way and you have the financial stability, you kind of want to jump on top of things. Before the Intel fanboys come out of nowhere, I do realize that Intel is far superior to AMD, but the reason I don't want to convert is because I don't want to pay $500 to convert my Asus motherboard, and I don't really want to buy a new, fucking CPU. So, before we, get too far into the conversation, I want to make sure I give that disclaimer. I am aware that Intel is way superior to AMD, but I do like AMD because, I don't know, they're cheaper and they do pretty much the same thing as Intel. They're just not as defined, which perfectly fine by me. When you play games, 90% of the overload is your graphics card, as long as you have a good one. I mean, I run max settings, or at least I can. I'm not a PC guy yet, but I plan to buy a couple more graphics cards, which to some people is going to be insane, because I do have 4 slots in my motherboard, and I kind of want to use them all, and I kind of want to have all 680s in them. To some people, again, that's going to be absolutely absurd, but for myself, I kind of like to, be all the way up there and know that my computer will be able to last at least a couple of years. So, that's where I'm looking at. A couple other things, the Elgato, and I know some of you guys have been going nuts in the comments asking this question, and I do apologize, but again, Amazon pisses me off, and they're just stupid. My microphone is actually on the way, but it got held up because my account got, I don't know how to explain it, it got, like, stalled, I guess you could say. Like, I guess there was something, I must have used money before I bought this item, and then it got stalled, and somehow it got shipped before they realized it. But it's all fine now. When tomorrow comes around, all this stuff will come next week, no problems. My account will be refilled because I was running low on money. So, anyway, long story short, the Elgato is on the way. The Audio-Technica AT2020 USB microphone is on the way. The AMD 8-core, obviously I'll buy that tomorrow. But as for a lot of other things, there's really not a whole lot that I need to really talk about, I guess, for that perspective. I mean, I'm buying a new case, which is $141, so I look forward to that. It has, like the switches for fans, and the one I have now is just a default case, so it's a mid-tower, whatever the hell people call it. I don't even know. I'm not a tech guy that hard, but when it comes down to it, the case is going to be way bigger than what I have now, and it'll hopefully get rid of this awful noise that it makes. Now, to some of you guys, you have no idea what I'm talking about because I get rid of it in every video. I noise remove the shit out of the background noise, and you guys don't even know what I'm talking about right now. But when it comes down to it, if you imagine your computer, it's making noise, it's breathing air, it's doing the whole 100 yards, and I get to get rid of that by using Audacity, which I love. I'm so glad it's a free program, even though myself, I probably would have paid $100 for it if it, asked me to, which just sounds awful. But anyway, guys, that's really about all my purchases. I look forward to getting a lot of stuff for you guys, and before I forget, I'm actually going to be buying this thing as well. I'm going to be buying the Astro A40s tomorrow as well, because I want to be able to do live commentaries. Hopefully this weekend, I'm going to hopefully get a couple playthroughs done, and I hope you guys will give them some support. I know some of you guys are not looking forward to that, but I hope you will stick around, and I hope you guys will give stuff a chance. I will try to be as humorous as I possibly can, but my personality is a little bit more demeanic and a little bit more different compared to somebody that's a little bit more sarcastic throughout the entire thing. So we will see how this goes. Hopefully you guys will enjoy, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next installment. This is NMO, signing off. Peace.